Hey guys, welcome back to our guide on pitfalls to avoid. So today we'll be talking about something that most of us guiltfully has ignored or deliberately chose to ignore. It is the metronome. Alright, so what exactly is a metronome? Simply put, a metronome is a device that keeps in time in a constant time that doesn't run from its timing. So for example, if let's say I were to choose a metronome of a setting of 4/4 on 90, okay, it's gonna sound like this. Okay, so what this sounds like, okay, so what this means is that when we practice, we're actually following the rhythm, the tempo of the metronome. So something like this. Alright, so why is it so important to our practicing? Simply put, a metronome, when I say metronome, I mean a physical metronome. Okay, it provides absolutely very clear sense of timing. Okay, and as humans, alright, we do not have that same exact constant beat as how a machine would do. And that would translate to problems, is because when we play, all right, when we play together with others, the problem is we have inside our body we have our own sense of timing. Okay, it is not a bad thing when we're playing alone, right? It's not a bad thing, but the problem is everybody's sense of timing is different. And you see where I'm coming from? So you see, in a band setting, when everybody has their own different sense of timing, it is very hard for everybody to play in sync together. So that's where the metronome comes in. By practicing along to a reference point, to an absolute standard, everybody can come closer to that absolute sense of timing. Which means that everybody's going to be easy. It's going to be much easier for band members to play together. Alright, so this is especially important for drummers, whom, I mean, in a band, people look to them as the timing, right? But this also applies to everyone as well. It's not just the drummer's job to keep time. Alright, this is for everybody. Everybody needs to play their part to make sure that everybody's playing is always in proper timing. That's when you notice that when you're playing the band, it feels so much easier. It's no longer that stressful. Yeah. So how do you practice along to a metronome? For starters, don't go crazy with the speed. All right. I know it's very tempting to immediately start with 120 BPM. You know, just yeah, not that fast in the beginning. Slow down, right? So usually we'll start with 70. 70 is a very good, very chill to start. And the key thing here is always use the same strumming rhythm when you're practicing to keep time. So something like when you start with 70, so I'm gonna adjust my metronome to 70 and 4/4. Okay, so after you're comfortable with 70, so when I say comfortable, it doesn't mean you can play together. You know, that's just one. But being comfortable means you feel like you're not needed to rush, or you are not trying to catch up with the metronome. You're just roughly in line with the speed of the metronome. Alright, after you're comfortable with 70, go for 75. After you're comfortable with 75, go with 80. So I'm going to show you 80. But make sure your strumming rhythm is the same, alright? Alright, then after 80, you go with 85. After 85, then you go with 90. So I'm going to show you 90. Alright, then after that, then go to 100. So try to keep it at 100 as the top for your practice in the beginning. So something like this. Alright, so you notice that throughout different timings, there will be certain swings that you need to comprehend. Alright, it's not just a matter of hitting, but there's a matter of following the groove of the rhythm as well. Because there's no point just playing like a robot. Otherwise, just hire a robot, right? Yes. So after you're comfortable 70 to 100, then move on to 70 to 110, 120, and so on and so forth if you are feeling adventurous. Alright, so that's it for today. Remember, metronome is every musician's most hated but necessary tool. Alright, see you guys.